Hello, my lovely learners. You are welcome to today's lesson. I am Sarah Elsiwa Cranton, your math facilitator, and I will be taking you through Class 6 Maths on the topic Numbers. This is our fifth lesson on numbers. Before we begin, I want to share the objectives with you. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to round up whole numbers to the nearest 100,000s, 10,000s, thousands, and hundreds. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to round up whole numbers to the nearest 100,000s, 10,000s, thousands, and hundreds. Alright, now let's go through the homework I gave you, the assignments. These are the answers. This is what I'm expecting from you. So quickly pick your book and then mark it yourself. All right. I hope you were able to do it. Good job. Now today's lesson. Round the numbers to the nearest 100,000s. Round the numbers to the nearest 100,000s. You have the first one. Now we know how to read numbers, isn't it? So we have 327,141. We want to round it to the nearest 100,000. So with this, you should know the place of each of the digits over here. You know this is the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, ten thousand, and then 100,000s. Now before you round up numbers, you have to look at the target one, 100,000s. Round the numbers to the nearest 100,000s. So this is what we are looking at, 100,000s. As I taught you, to find a number, write next door. 5 or more. Add one more. 4 or less, you let me rest. So we are looking at 100,000s. We have to go right the next door. So this time we are going right to the next number. We know the 100,000th place. We are going right to the next number. And what is the place? 10,000. And if that number is 4 or less, you let it rest. If it is 5 or more, you add one more to the number that we are looking at. So you have 2, the thousands place. Since we are looking at the 100,000s, we have to go to the 10,000s place. What is the digits over there? It is 2. So 2 is less than 5. So we are going to let the rest of the numbers rest. We won't add anything to the 3 because the number right to 3 is less than 5. So to round this number to the nearest 100,000, we will get you have your 3. This is less than 5. So we assume the rest of the numbers to be zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rounding this number to the nearest 100,000, we're going to have 300,000. 300,000. Let's work more examples. We are rounding up this number to the nearest 100,000. What do? We go right to the next number. First of all, look at where the number is 100,000. So let's label it ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and then 100,000s. So this 7, we are going right to the next door. It is 5. And what is the rule? If the number right to the number that we are looking at is 5 or more, we add 1 more to the number. So this is 5. When we add 1 to 7, we will get 8. And then write the rest of the numbers, or assume the rest of the numbers as zeros. So how many, the rest of the digits? How many digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rounding 759,351 to the nearest 100,000, we will get 800,000. 800,000. Learners, we have this. We are rounding to the nearest 100,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. It means this is in the 100,000s place. So this is our target number. We are going right next door, which is the 10,000s place. Let's look at the number in the 10,000s place. It's 6. It means we have to add 1 to the 2. When we add 1 to the 2, we will get 3. So 1 plus 2 is 3. And write the rest of the numbers as zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will get 300,000. Rounding this number to the nearest 100,000 will be 300,000. Let's look at the last example under the 100,000s. We have 889,436 to the nearest 100,000s. This is the 100,000s place. Let's go right next door. The 10,000s place. It is more than 5. So we will add 1 to the 8. So 1 plus 8 will give us 9. And write the rest of the digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get 900,000. Always look at the place that you are rounding up to. You go right to the next place. If it is 4 or less, you maintain that number. But if it is 5 or more, you add 1 to the number that you are looking at. All right. Round off the numbers to the nearest 10,000. To the nearest 10,000s. to the nearest 10,000. This is what we are looking at. 10,000. So with the 10,000s, we will go right to the next number or to the next place, which is thousands, which is the thousands place. And if it is that number at the thousand place is more than 5 or more, we will add 1 to the number in the 10,000s place. But if it is 4 or less, we will maintain that number and write the rest as zeros. So let's get started. Let's look at the place of each of the digits here. We have zeros, tens, hundreds, thousands, and then 10,000. We are rounding it up to the nearest 10,000. So we move to the thousands place. What is the figure over there? It is 7. So it is more than 5. Learners, what do? We add 1 to the 6. So 1 plus 6 will give us 7. What do we do to the rest of the digits? We will write them as zeros. So let's count the number of digits left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's add 4 zeros to. So rounding it up to the nearest 10,000, we're going to have 70,000. 70,000. The second example, 0, 10, hundreds, thousands, 10,000. We are rounding it up to the nearest 10,000. So this is the number that we are rounding to the nearest 10,000. So we move to the thousands place. Look at the number over there, the digits over there. It is 5. So we must add 1 to this 5 in the 10,000s place. So 5 plus 1 is 6 into it. So let's maintain our 6 and then write the rest as zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. So rounding 64,000 to the nearest 10,000s, you will have 60,000. 60,000. Okay. Let's round off these numbers to the nearest thousands. Now we have moved to the thousands. What do? The same strategy. The same strategy. So to the nearest 1,000, we go right to the next place. What is the next place? Is the hundreds place. The same thing, if it is 5 or more, we will add 1 to the number at the thousands place. But if it is less than 5, we will leave the number like that. So let's look at it. To the nearest thousands. So our target will be here. The hundreds place. 0, tens, hundreds, and then thousands. So our target will be here. This is 8. It is more than 5. So we add 1 to 2. 1 plus 2 will give us 3. And write these as zeros. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we have 3,000. 3,000. I have 2 examples here. Learners, I want you to practice it now. You have just 30 seconds. Okay. I hope you are done. Let's do it together. 3,050. So this is in the ones place, tens, hundreds, and then thousands. So our target will be here. This is 0. So we are going to let this number be. It is less than 5. So we will maintain the number, the digits at the thousands place. We have 3 and write the rest as zeros. So we get 3,000. And the last one, 0, tens, hundreds, thousand. Our target is here. It is less than 5. So we will let's maintain this number at the thousands place, which is 5, and write the rest as zeros. So we will get 5,000. 5,000. Remember the objective to the nearest 100,000s, 10,000s, thousands, and then hundreds. Now we move on to the nearest hundreds. Round up the numbers to the nearest hundreds. To the nearest hundreds. And we have 3,614 to the nearest hundreds. Let's look at the place of each of the digits. And we are looking at the hundreds place. We are rounding it to the nearest hundred. So our target noun will be at the tens place. Will be at the tens place. So let's look at the digits over there. It is 1 and it is less than 5. So we are going to maintain the number, the digits at the hundreds place and write the rest as zeros. So with this, we're going to have 3, 6, 1, 2. So 2 of the zeros. So 3,614 to the nearest hundred will be 3,600. 3,600. Our next example, 1,200 to the nearest hundreds. So our target will be here, the tens place. Since we are rounding it to the nearest hundred, the tens place will be our target. Look at the digits over there. What is it? It is 0. 0 is less than 5. So that we will maintain the 2 like that. So you bring 1, 2, and then make the rest as 0. They are zeros already. So it will be 1,200. 1,200. Example 3. 4,501 to the nearest hundred. Let's label it. To the nearest hundred. So where will be our target? The tens place. What is the digits over there? It is 0. So we can't add anything. Since it is less than 5, we will maintain the digits at the hundreds place. So we will have 4, 5, and write the rest of the digits as zeros. So we will have 4,500. 4,500. 4,500. Okay, let's do this as well. To the nearest hundreds. If it is 100, our target will be at the tens place. This time, the number here is 9. 9 is more than 5 or more than 4. So let's add 1 to the digits at the hundredths place. It is 8. So when we add 1 to the 8, we will get 9. We will get 9, and then write the rest of the digits at the tens, and then the ones place as zeros. So 6,891, rounding it up to the nearest hundredth, will be 6,900. 6,900. Learners, I believe you have enjoyed today's lesson. Before I leave, I have an assignment for you. Your assignment. Round up these numbers to the nearest hundreds, thousands, 100,000s, 10,000s, thousands, and then hundreds. You are rounding off these numbers to the nearest 100,000s, 10,000s, thousands, and then hundreds. So number 1, when you pick the first one, you round it up to the nearest 100,000. When you are done, you round it up to the nearest 10,000. You round it up to the nearest thousands, and then to the nearest hundreds. The same thing applies to the second one. So you have just 2 questions, but it entails a lot. I want you to sit down, go through all that you have written. You do it for me. So quickly copy it. All right. It has been a wonderful time being with you. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.